Morning! It is our first proper day back today. I was at work on Saturday. It's Monday morning now though, and Danny is back to work. He is a TA working in a school, so we've had a lovely Christmas off together, and today is the first day that he is back to school. And so I thought that we would do a little what we get up into get up to. Are you hiding? I thought I'd do a bit of a what we get up to in a day, like normal day with Stan video. So a little bit of a routine video. Stan wants to read some stories, so I'm going to do that now, and I'll catch you up in a minute. Just changed Stan's nappy. I've got a bit of a naked baby on the run, but I thought I'd just quickly catch you up on kind of what our mornings look like. So Cubby usually wakes up about like 6:30 and comes and gets into bed with us for some milk and a cuddle, and then him and Dan get up, and Dan normally then wakes me up properly at like 7:20, 7:30, but in that time where Stan and Dan get up, Dan usually has a play with him and gives him his breakfast, and Dan has a shower with Stan in the bouncer, which I'm going to try and do in a minute. So yeah, they do that, and then Danny goes off for work, and then it's me and Stan time, isn't it? Yeah, who are you playing with? Oh, have you got Thomas and James? Oh, have you got Thomas and James? Yeah. Okay, so Stan is dressed, and I'm going to try and have a little bit of breakfast and then attempt to get him in the bouncer because I want to wash my hair. But he's being a bit kind of clingy today because he's got canines coming through, so if he doesn't go for that and it makes him sad, I might just have my shower and wash my hair during his nap. But it's a Monday, and on Mondays, now that it's back to term time, we have a lovely little stay and play that we go to in a local church. So we're going to go and do that, and then he'll have his lunch in his pram on the way back, and then I'll put him down for his nap. And then in the afternoon we are seeing some friends for some tea and cake. They're coming over here. So yeah, I'll just let you kind of see our normal routine in the day. He had Weetabix with Dan this morning. He has one Weetabix with some oat milk and like berries or banana or whatever in there with Dan in the morning, and then I'm going to prepare his lunch now. When he has his lunch like out and about, it tends to be quite sort of carb and protein heavy, with fruit and stuff, so I'm going to put some cheese and some pita for him, and get some like berries and chop up some apple and stuff like that. And we also like the organics crisps that are made of vegetables, like the little pea ones or the tomato ones or the carrot ones, so he'll probably have some of those, but I'll let you see that later. His dinner's a little bit better and more like proper vegetables with pasta or fish fingers or whatever. So yes, this is what we will be getting up to. I will speak to you soon for a little update. Stan is absolutely loving his Thomas the Tank Engine. I will put a link up to the film we did. Oh, can they focus? Can they focus? The film that we did about the things that we got him that he's really loving and playing with loads. And since then, I've bought this James, a second-hand James on eBay. Stan's trying to pull me down. What are you doing, Cubs?
No.
No? Do you want me to film you? And then also today I need to take all our Christmas decorations down. Our tree is gone, but we've still got some decorations, so I'm going to take those down because yesterday was the 6th, so that's or is today the 6th? Anyway, whatever it is the 12th day of Christmas is done. What's up? You? Do you want it to be you all the time? Do you want me to pick you up? Okay. So anyway, he is loving James. I got James secondhand off eBay for like £4, and it's really fun for him having James and Thomas to play with together. Yeah, it is, isn't it? And I deliberately got James because James is in his puzzle. So this whole fiasco and love of Thomas started because of a puzzle that we have next door, which I'll show you later. So yeah, it's really exciting for him that he's got James and Thomas. Yeah. You keep playing with James and Thomas. Sorry to interrupt, Stan. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. So I'm just prepping Stan's lunch, and I'm doing some raspberries and a clementine. They're so sweet, those oranges at the moment. He's loving those. And I might put some pomegranate seeds in as well. And then I'm going to do him a wholemeal pita with a bit of butter and some Edam slices. And I think we might have a tiny little bit of pork pie left over, which he is obsessed with, so I might let him have that too. And then yeah, we'll probably take some like crispy snacks that I'll show you. He's just having a little mid-morning snack now, sitting up at the chair with some rice cakes and a little baby apple biscotti. He's had some milk already. I might do a video on breastfeeding because he still has milk when he wants it. And people ask about that occasionally. So yeah, at some point today I might tidy the kitchen as well. Just gonna get a wash on. So I'm showered and dressed, but I think we might not make it to the stay and play. Stan, I was going to explain, Stan's been teething, so he's not sleeping as well, and he woke up more like sort of 5:10, 5:15, and he came and got in with us and didn't go back to sleep, so he's already looking a bit tired. And it's one of those things where he would probably have loads of fun when we got there, but getting him in, like his shoes on and coat on and in the buggy when he's just a bit like, oh, I just want to play at home, isn't really worth it. So I don't want to make him sad doing that and have the battle when we'll have something fun to do this afternoon anyway. It's the first one back because of the holidays, so it's a bit of a shame to miss it, but I think it's probably the right thing to just play at home for now and get back into the rhythm for that. Tomorrow there's a different group that we go to on Tuesdays, so I'm sure we'll still try and go to that one. But yeah, so we're just going to play around at home, and also as these friends are coming over later, it means I can do a little bit of tidying around the flat, so that's going to be our plan now, I think. Hi Stan. You in your stool? Is it fun in there? Would you like some lunch? Okay, should we get out? Shall I help you? Oh! Hey! You did that by yourself? That's very clever. Very clever, I know, I saw. We're just having a little look at the new toast catalogue, aren't we, Stan? Yeah, it came through the post. What do you think? Oh, yeah. I like that building. As I was saying in my video about books and toys that he's loving, he freaking loves a pack of cards. He really does love a pack of cards. He's just discovered these ones from Lindos, which was a holiday. We bought a pack of cards from Lindos on holiday. So that'll keep him entertained for a bit while I tidy the kitchen. I'm having a little lie down. Mabel's just been giving me a cuddle. Stan is asleep, which you can't see on the monitor. There you go, can you sort of see? I'm pleased that we didn't go to the group that we were thinking about going to, because I think he would have just fallen asleep on the way home. He didn't want much to eat at all at lunchtime, and he's really, really dribbly, so the teething's quite bad, so I managed to give him some medicine before his nap, so hopefully he has a normal amount of sleep. But I am gonna, when he's not doing so kind of badly with sleep, I would probably try and get some work done now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have a cup of tea and some biscuits that I have left over from the weekend, and yeah, probably look at this vlog. I suppose it is work really. I'm just going to put that back down again because I can't really talk to you and hold tea at the same time. But yeah, basically just have a little chill in bed and then do a bit of tidying around the flat. I've already done Mondays is quite a sort of put a load in the dishwasher, put a load in the washing machine, take out the laundry type day. And there is, with a toddler, a lot of tidying up to do as he kind of runs around. But when he's ill or teething, he's much more like, pull everything out of the cupboards, tip everything upside down, make a mess with the Duplo. He's a bit kind of like hyper almost. So that creates more mess than usual. So I'm going to run around and do a tidy in a bit before our friends come over. But yeah, in terms of his nap time, like 11:30, 12 o'clock is quite normal for him. And he usually sleeps for like an hour and a half, but while he's been poorly, he's sort of either been sleeping for like 2, nearly 3 hours, or only getting an hour and then waking up and being a bit sad. So I keep saying poorly, it's not really poorly. He gets hot, he gets the temperature from the teething. It's his canines coming through. So yeah, he'll be alright. But he's wanting lots of cuddles and books and mummy time. The dogs next door are all barking, so hopefully that's not going to wake him up. I think they're going out for their walk. But yeah, I'll see you again in a little bit. Poor Stanley actually woke up after only 45 minutes, but I went in and gave him a cuddle and some more milk, and he's gone back to sleep again. So it'd be lovely if he had another 45, but I am going to crack on with sorting this mess out. So that if he wakes up, some of it's done before he wakes up, so I can give him my full attention. And then our friends are coming over. Hello again. I'm just on the sofa having a cuddle with the fur baby. I have just had a message from my friend that actually she's remembered that they've got a John Lewis delivery coming just in the slot that they were going to come here. So when Sam wakes up, I'm going to see how he's doing and whether he's up for getting his shoes and coat on to get in the pram and go and play at their house instead. He is definitely less up for shoes and coat when he's in pain, so we'll have to see how his teeth are doing, whether he just wants a mummy day at home. But hopefully his nap will have made him feel a bit better, and we will be going out and about. So obviously I'll take you along for the ride. In terms of his kind of routine of a normal day, I will also like write it up of like normally how he sleeps and when he gets up and what he eats and nap times and stuff. Okay, so Stan woke up. He's wreaking havoc with DVDs again, but we're dressed, and we're going to see if we can make it to Sarah's to play with the babies. Obviously when I'm there I probably won't be like recording babies and stuff, but I'm not going anywhere. We'll keep doing our routine for the day, so we will be checking in again. Okay, so we're on our way. What's I going to say to you? Oh yes. Stan is having a little snack, sorry, just going up an edge. So, we're en route. Stan is having a little like OT bar snack in the pram. He quite often is into those when his teeth are hurting, so he's having one of those, so that's good. And we're off to go and get the bus. For any of you who are interested, I thought I'd just quickly show you our pram. It is the Baby Jogger City Luxe. So I'm just going to quickly show you. So Stan's enjoying his bar. But yeah, this is our pram. Just going to lock it. And yeah, it is the City Luxe from Baby Jogger. I'll link a blog post I did about it below in the description box. This is obviously the bigger bit, but we used to have a bassinet for the under 6 months, which he was actually in for a year. We bought this sleeping bag separately, but obviously for winter that's important. Now the storage underneath is just right for us. It's not a huge amount, but it's more than the yo-yo. And it's much lighter than the Bugaboo Bee, so it's kind of for us like the happy medium, and we were gifted it, so we were very lucky to receive it for free. But yeah, some of you might notice he is facing us, not front facing. Oh, so he's asking for another snack. Give me a second. so I'm sure it's something that lots of people have very strong opinions on. I know that most people put their babies, you've got your snacks then, front facing much earlier. I don't think we're going to do that. What's wrong? Have you got a rice cake? Yeah, you do have a rice cake. You do have a rice cake, don't you? You enjoy your rice cake, Bubba. I'm going to talk to you again in a minute. So this is kind of a case in point. Stan's really used to having conversations with us while we're pushing him in the pram and looking at us, seeing our facial expressions and our mouths move, and for speech and all of those kinds of learning. We feel it's the right thing for our family to have him facing this way. We love chatting to him, and we feel he gets quite a lot out of that human interaction. Also, it's a low enough pram. We're not like blocking anything. He can look up at the sky and either side, so he really looks around a lot. It's not a thing where he's like not getting to look out. And also, we just think it's really antisocial to turn him around. We love going on family walks and having a nice chat, and like it would feel really weird for me and Dan to just be talking to each other, him be facing that way and us essentially ignoring him. So obviously no judgment on people who are forward facing. We're very aware that that's the norm, but for us this is what we've decided to do, so no judgment please. And the other reason is we get the bus a lot, and it means that he is facing out to look around at us, but also everyone else on the bus. He loves looking at people's faces and making friends, so that's another reason why we have him facing us. So we're home, Daddy's home. We had a lovely time with Sarah and the babies, didn't we, Stan?
Marvel. She sits. She do her Marvel characters.
Are you looking at your cards?
We're going to do our cards?
The light is so yellow in here.
Come on. Oh, you want to do it with me? Okay, you sit there. Right, you ready?
Hello, so it's about 5:30 now. We've been home for a little bit from our friend's house. Danny's just got home from work. I'm running the bath and getting Stan's dinner ready. We had a really nice time. Stan played so well with the babies. And another friend and her baby came around as well. We walked home, and I've literally never done like a 3 pram walk. It was hilarious because I'm always like seeing friends, a lot of the time seeing friends who don't have babies and just getting on with smug stuff and running back and forth and being with Dan or my mum, that I've never done the like mummy walk. It was quite funny with all the prams. But yeah, I'll show you what Stan's having for dinner. And yeah, we'll kind of just keep going with our routine for the day, I guess. So we have got some pasta in the shape of animals. We've got peas, we've got sweet corn. There was a tiny bit of pork pie left in the fridge that I didn't give him at lunchtime, so I've chopped that up and I'm gonna let him have that. And then also probably some cheese and hummus and pita and things like that. And then we'll get lots of fruit in him. He always likes lots of fruit at dinner. The house is kind of relatively alright. I put the washing out so it looks less tidy, but my job for the day that I have not managed to do yet is take down the Christmas decorations, so we will see if I can manage to get that done maybe while Dan is feeding Stan his dinner in his high chair. Oh, let me tell you about his high chair. We have a Stocker high chair that was very kindly gifted to us by the brand. Let me pull it out because it's cute. We got the navy one. I don't know if it's actually called navy, but you can sort of still see the wood effect through it, but it's dark blue, and then on the back it's got his name engraved in it, which they kindly offered to do. So yeah, it's cute. And we did at first, when he was smaller, have like different cushions and inserts and stuff. We do tend to use the harness still, but we don't have like anything other than like this bit that's the back and the thing for his legs to go through. And the amazing thing, as you probably know, about these chairs is once you remove all of those bits, you can just sit on it even as an adult. So like I know teenagers who have got their own ones of these that are like their dining chair, and you can change the heights of these different things to be like footrests and stuff. So thank you, Stocker, for that. We've had that from the beginning, and we've used it tons. We've got this white tray that detaches as well. How's your day been, May May? What have you been up to? What have you been doing? Snoozing? Yeah. Mabel's just had her tea. So yeah, the bath is on. I'm gonna finish getting Stan's food ready. Dan and Stan are playing in the other room, and yeah, yes, Stan will probably start eating quite soon. He tends to have his dinner around 5:30, 5:45, and then bath time it's like 6:15. Sometimes he's in bed by 6:30 if he's really knackered, but he ended up having quite a good nap, so he'll probably go to bed more like 7:30. Sometimes we have our dinner with him, but tonight we're not going to. I had lunch at Sarah's, so I had quite a late lunch. So yeah, we'll put him to bed and then have our dinner. So things to get sorted for Stan's bath and bedtime. He has a sleep suit from his drawer. He has a pull-up nappy. It's much easier. We get him dry and get him ready in the bathroom. So if we have a pull-up nappy, it's just easier to get that on him. I'm going to refill his water for bedtime, and we'll put a dummy next door by the bath as well, so that he's got that for when he gets out of the bath. Oh, and we got him a new towel. I'm going to show you his towel. And also, as the bath is running, let me just quickly show you. We have a thermometer that we really, really like, that we got right at the beginning, which is blinking to tell me that the water is too hot. I don't know if you can see, it might steam up, but it's 42 degrees, and we don't want it to be 42 degrees. It needs to be only 37. So I'm going to add some cold water. We really recently, I'm going to turn the light on because this is so dark in here, sorry. Okay, so we really recently bought this bath mat, which is a whale. It's really cute because the tail hooks over so that you can hang it up in the shower. But the bath mat obviously goes flat down for him while he's having his bath. I still bath with him, but I don't think that that's going to last that much longer. And we needed something that meant it was safe for him to be standing and playing in the bath on his own, because at the moment we have the water relatively high when I'm in there too. And then if he slips, his head will go under. So anyway, this is the thermometer again that we really love. It's a little duck. We call him Jeremy Julian. I have no idea why or where that came from. But from newborn, we found it really, really helpful being able to know we were doing the right temperature. And I actually still use it if it's my bath. I like it about 40, 41. So it's quite handy to have. And yeah, bath mat's new too. And then the other thing I was going to show you is his new towel. These two are so cute. Still playing with cards. Yeah. So this towel, I'm going to take out of this room because we've got low lights on in here at the moment. So it looks really dark and yellow. But this is a towel that my mum bought him for Christmas, which is just a big white square, but it's got like diggers and tractors and all cute vehicles basically as the hood. So there's a hood and the towel, and it's lined with that fabric too. And I was going to get him like a lywood one with like the bunny face, which I would have thought was cute, but he probably wouldn't really have cared. So this is much better because he's like psyched to put this on, which is really nice. So yeah, that's a good one for bath time. Dan's just changing Stan's nappy and is going to give him his dinner. Dan tends to do dinner. And I've just sat down to start editing this vlog and get it onto the laptop. And as soon as I sit down on the sofa and Stan's not with me, this happens. Somebody else wants mummy time always, don't they? Don't they? And you're such a princess. You like to sit on a cushion on mummy's lap, don't you? That's your favourite. Okay, so it's 7:30. Stan is asleep. It was a much harder put down than usual actually. He had a really good dinner with Dad. He ate tons and tons of food, so that was really good. All of his pasta and pita and vegetables and cheese and pork pie and all the fruit and stuff. So that was really good. He's got loads better at eating actually. He's got a bigger appetite than ever. So he's probably having a growth spurt or whatever, or just got better at eating. So that was good, and we had a lovely bath time. He was playing with those cards again with Dan. Lindos ones before the bath. We had a bath and then bedtime, and bedtime usually so we get him dry and dressed in the bathroom, and then we carry him through into his room, which is then dark, and put him in his grow bag, and Dan reads him a couple of stories, and then he gets on my lap and we have cuddle, and I give him some milk, and I tend to tell him some stories that I just know off by heart and sing to him. And usually he goes to sleep in his cot, but he falls into quite a kind of drowsy state, I would say, in my arms, and then sort of indicates that it's okay for me to transfer him into the cot. But he just wasn't up for going in the cot tonight. Like, it took 3 attempts The first 2 times I tried to put him in, he was just like, no, 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 up. So then I had to just sort of keep like cuddling him and talking to him and telling him another story and singing to him, and then eventually he settled, and then it was clear that I was allowed to put him in. I put him in and he sort of just rolls and puts his arms up like this. He just goes and goes to sleep. So he's asleep, he's happy, but yeah, a bit more tiring than usual. I'm going to go and crack on with dinner. So that's really the end of a day in our life on a mummy day, kind of what our routine looks like. I will put the routine that we do, that it is kind of about, in the description box, because I think sometimes it's nice to look at that sort of stuff for people who are interested. Like if you have a similar age baby, he's 22 months old, so sorry, I'm doing weird stuff in my hair, aren't I? So yeah, if you have a baby who's 22 months old or a bit younger and you're interested to see like what our life looks like with him, then I'll write it down in the description box. But thank you so much for watching this vlog, and I will see you very soon. If you fancy giving it a thumbs up because you found it helpful, that would be really, really nice. Do subscribe. I've got lots more videos coming. I'm going to do a nursery tour really soon. I think as I mentioned earlier, I think I'm going to do one on my breastfeeding journey and some various other bits. So speak to you soon.